my beautiful people. Fernando David here, and I want to once again wish everyone a very happy new year and the very best in 2022. And in this video, I want to deliver on what I promised I was going to give you, which was an overview of 2021. But before I go there, I want to go ahead and take this opportunity to introduce or reintroduce my company to you. As I stated, my name is Fernando David, and I'm the owner of PMI Premium Services. We started this company back in 2017. Back then, it was just me, just like any other company started. I was the one that did everything. But since then, we've grown this company into a $1 million business, and I'm very proud to say that. But here is who we are. We are a real estate asset management company. Our promise is to provide you with the best or the most professional, state-of-the-art real estate asset management company out there. Whether you're buying, selling, investing, whatever you need to do as it relates to real estate, in particular, single-family home or residential management, we're your company. This is our expertise. This is what we've been focusing on 2017, right? And our promise to you to deliver effective communication, honesty, integrity, and more importantly, accountability. Our goal is to protect your real estate asset and to make that asset as profitable as it can be. So that's who we are. Now let's get into what we did in 2017. Now I took some notes here, so I'm going to probably be reading some of it, and I apologize. But in 2021, we did the following. Let's start with personnel. The first thing we did is we hired two additional maintenance people. We added a virtual assistant. We added 2 sales agents, which made a big difference in our sales department. And more importantly, we added more technology to the company. So we switched to a operating software, and then I'm going to be honest, in the very beginning, it was a pain in the ass. It took us a lot of time. We're still learning the system, but I think as time goes on, not only did the system help us grow, because it helped us grow tremendously, and you'll see in the numbers, but the system also made the job easier or helped us manage and scale, which is more importantly from a business standpoint, helped us scale tremendously. So that's what we did in terms of some of the hires and some of the stuff that we took. But let's get into some of our numbers. Looking at our revenue, this is from January 2021 to December of 2021. Our income was $1.9 million, and our surplus was $493,000. Now, I've already said this, it's not what you make, right? It's what you keep that's important. And but as you can see, here's our numbers. Now, I started my 90-day challenge in October this year. In 2020, I started that challenge in only December, and I saw massive growth. So I decided to extend that in 2021 and turn it into, instead of a 30-day challenge, into a 90-day challenge. And we started in October. And as you can see, the numbers steadily increased. So we had a phenomenal, we closed out the year, and I can't express enough how the efforts of my team, how fruitful they were. I'm very grateful. So these are just the numbers. Just to give you an idea on the management side, I'm just going to show you from Airbnb. Now, these are the Airbnb numbers for booking earned, right? The earnings we did in 2020. Again, these are just Airbnb numbers. Keep in mind, we do advertise on a lot of other platforms. But back in 2020, Airbnb was probably, if my numbers are correct, about 70% of our business. So I think our total numbers for 2020 were 700,000, somewhere around that range. But that's what we did in 2020. So let's move over to 2021. And as you can see, we dramatically increased those numbers. So we went from 500,000 to 1.3 million in just Airbnb. Again, keep that in mind, because we do generate revenue from other platforms, not just Airbnb. And that's a very important point that I like to express and point out, is that don't focus solely on one platform. Well, let me retract that. If you are a seasoned host or a seasoned manager, once you master a platform, go ahead and take on other platforms. But only do so once you master the platform. And that's very important. I discussed this topic on other videos. You can find them in our library, on our YouTube channel. But keep in mind, because of our ability and our understanding of the platforms, we're able to generate a lot more money. And this is just an example of that. So as you can see, in 2020, our recap, we made 1.3 million in Airbnb, but overall on all platforms, we did 1.9 million. So how do we do that? Again, I'm going to focus mainly on my 90-day challenge, because that's what I don't want to go over the entire year. But understand the following, that if you want to see this kind of growth, you have to do two things. Either bust your ass each and every day, or be very efficient. And if you can do both, you're going to probably 10x what I just did. My forte, where I focus, is just busting my ass every day, because I'm not that smart. I'm not that organized. I have a lot of things going on. If you know, I run multiple businesses. I have a consulting company. I have a gym. So I have a lot going on. But in order to juggle everything, I just have to grind. I have to bust my ass. Now, the negative to that is that I work every single day. There's not a single day that I take off. I do something to help grow my business every single day. So there's sacrifices you have to make, right? There's going to be consequences to that type of work. And I don't want to get into all of them, but you probably know, family life is going to suffer. Your private life may suffer. Now, I personally love what I do, so I don't think I'm giving up a lot, because it also affords me a lot of freedom. Even though I work every day on my schedule. Those of you that follow me and know me, I love to travel. I do a lot of traveling. I spend a lot of time on myself in terms of my self-development, but I'm able to do that on my schedule, even though I work all the freaking time. But here's what I did, and here's what I recommend you do. First and foremost, you gotta have a vision, or goals, as some people say. But for me, is a vision, because it needs to be vivid. When I started PMI, I had a clear vision in where I wanted to go. So for example, I focused on the vacation rental pillar in asset management, right? I find that is where you can be more profitable. Now, it does require more work, but for me, that's where my focus is, and that's where my passion is, because it goes hand in hand with my travel, right? Traveling around the world, staying in different Airbnbs, staying in different hotels, allows me to learn about the hospitality industry from other points of views, right? And I take that knowledge and I implement that knowledge and experience into my current business. So you have to have a clear, vivid vision and picture of what it is you want. Cannot be general. It's got to be specific. Number two, you have to have an action plan. And the key word there is action. In this plan, you have to have actionable steps that you're going to take each and every day to get you closer to that vision and or goal, right? Number three, you got to have a commitment. There has to be a covenant between you and this vision, you and these goals. I highly recommend that you actually write out a contract between yourself and this vision, right? And make sure that each and every single day you follow through on that action plan. You have to be committed to those steps that you're going to take to get you to where you want to be. Number four is that you have to create some type of accountability. You got to be accountable for your actions. You have to have someone or something that's going to keep you accountable. For me, it's my mentors, is you, the audience. It's me doing these videos and telling you what I'm going to do so that I can hold myself accountable to getting this stuff done. So you got to have some kind of accountability. I hope this information is helpful. I hope it's useful. If it is, do us a big favor. Hit the like button. Share this. Implement this. Share your successes with us. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.